A dog named Tarasik ended up in the Korikovo shelter in Moscow 6 years ago. As a young puppy, he was immediately placed in a separate winter enclosure with no windows. Tarasik spent almost his entire time at the shelter in this confinement, but in 2020 he was found in a quarantine kennel. From that moment, the dog's fate began to change. Tarasik was wild and unsociable. He wouldn't let people near him and tried to bite hands when someone attempted to pet him. He accepted food but never left his enclosure. During his entire stay at the shelter, he was noticed only a couple of times, but no one dared to adopt such a feral pet. There are about 2,700 dogs and nearly 300 cats at the Korikovo shelter. The staff take care of their wards. Each worker is responsible for one sector, which includes up to 100 homeless animals. Tarasik also has a volunteer named Alina. She regularly replaces the flooring in his winter house, as the covered winter kennel is called, and brings him food and water. But until recently, the dog refused to go for walks. Gradually, Tarasik began to get used to people. He allowed photographer Tatiana and her daughter into his little home. A series of photos was posted on the dog's personal shelter account and attracted attention. Kind-hearted people donated money for Tarasik, and the funds were enough not only for his care but also for other dogs. In October 2020, Tarasik was moved from his solitary kennel to a cage with 2 other dogs, Milka and Dimka. With the more sociable Dimka, he learned to leave the kennel. Milka protected her neighbor. She kept him warm in the cold and shielded him at the slightest sign of danger. In November, Tarasik and his 2 companions went for a walk on the large shared territory for the first time. At first, he was scared, moved cautiously, and kept his tail and ears down in fear. But then Tarasik began to frolic and enjoy the long-awaited and long-forgotten freedom. The dog, who used to be timid and quiet, even learned to bark along with the other shelter residents. Currently, the shelter is looking for a friend for Tarasik, someone willing to take part in his life, walk with him, and help support his care. Perhaps Tarasik will be lucky enough to leave the shelter and get used to life in a real home.